Deftones, Around the Fur, Guitar Tabs, and Guitar Lesson. I'll play all the different sections right at the start. Afterwards, go back through, give all the explanation for it. Please hit that subscription button. It's the best way to let me know that you like this video and want me to do more like it. Now let's get on into the lesson. Okay, so a special tuning note. This is on the Around the Fur album, so if you're playing along with the album recorded version, you're going to want to be in a drop D flat tuning to match up just right. So that'd be a D flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. For our purposes here, just to keep it simple and more accessible to everybody, I'm just going to be playing in a straight up regular drop D, so D, A, D, G, B, E. So that's my tuning I'm using here, but just know if you're playing with the album, it's a drop D flat, so half step further than what we're doing here. So to kick it off, we got this initial riff, the verse riff, and some palm muting going on here. So lightly touch there on the bridge. All right, so get that vibe going. And it's just a lot of fun down strum timing on this and scaling around. We start off with a quick little 5 open on the low D here, and we just quickly hit that open with the 5 on the A, hitting that octave, and strum that out a few times, and then hesitate, rest there. Okay, so just that little rest, and then we keep it going a few more times, move it down to 3s now, and we keep that open low D with the 3s about 4 or 5 times there. And then we come up to 6 on the low D with that 5 on the A, strum that a few times. And from there, we essentially just loop it. So slowly here. All right, so we go through that about 4 times. And then we throw this fun little quick, scale in here, and it just kicks it off by doing 6 on the A, 7D, middle D, 6A to 5A. All right, so it just throws that in there as a new beginning for that section, and then just wraps it up the same way. All right, and then we would just go through it the usual way a handful of times. And at the very end, we do like this big dissonant strum to get us into the chorus section, which is like a G with a flat 5, and basically just the 5 on the low D, 4 on the A, and you can throw in that middle open D, and it's just a strumming away on it, filling out the measure. And for the chorus, just some big power chord action here. Start off with a couple of big low open D strums. Then we just get into our 3s here for that F power chord. Strum out this, about 7-8 times. All right, bump it up to the 4th fret now for the F sharp power chord. Strum this out, 5-6 times. All right, right, and we drop down now for this D flat power chord at the 4A, 6 on the middle D and the G, and this is about eight times the strum, just finishing out the measure. All right, and then we just repeat those 4 chords, and then we get to the final time through where we just kind of do the first 2 chords. Okay, all the way up to that 3rd fret, but then we wrap it up, the whole chorus, by just coming down to the 2nd fret for that E power chord and just, finishing the measure with about 8 strums of that. All right, interlude section, everything kind of gets like chilled out and, atmospheric a little bit. And it's just kind of hanging out on this big open low power chord that's just ringing out. Okay, and that carries through like a good handful of measures. And then we come in a little bit with a 6 on the low D. All right, and it just comes back off to the open. And then we do this little octave scale down. We come up to 9 on the A with the 11 G, slide it down to the 6 and 8. And then we do the 4 and 6 up to 5 and 7. All right, and then we just throw in another 6 on that low D. Okay, and for this bridge section and outro section, I guess you could say, we just kind of rock out 3 power chords. Start out by just doing, about 8 low open Ds. Okay, drop down, hit a C power chord at the 3A, 5 on the D. About 4 of those, and then just come up and strum out about 3 6s on the low D here.